Chris may have chosen Brenda, but he'd clearly followed her and Devin to the restaurant.
You know, it's really none of your business how I spend my time. But please tell Chris hello for me. Bye, Brenda.
So thoughtful of you to book a celebratory lunch for me here, Brenda. Seems like you're taking the divorce well. Maybe too well. You know she's barren, right? She can't have kids for shit.
Chris let Sabrina go, but he didn't want another man to have her.
Chris Taylor. And before you ask, yes, those Taylors.
I know exactly who you are.
Couldn't wait a full day after the hearing to get with another guy, huh?
Imagine that, waiting until the end of a marriage to put yourself on the market. What a novel idea.
Sabrina had turned confident seemingly overnight. It made Chris lust for her, and he hated it.
Hey, lunch is on me today.
I thought you were struggling with money.
I've been working with someone he's completely changed my life. Sabrina, I mean, he's taught me how to invest. He's shown me the inner tracks of the business. And hey, he could do the same for you.
Sabrina had never seen Devin so happy. It made her wonder about this financial advisor.
Well, I guess it couldn't hurt now that I've come into the mansion. Well, look what we have here.
You sure moved on quickly. Who's this, Sabrina?
Brenda?
Chris's mistress Brenda was the last person she expected to see.
We reconnected when I was in Europe about a month or two ago. And since she'll be carrying my child, I'll need her to be moving in.
This was Sabrina's last straw.
I've had enough. Either she leaves or I do.
Chris may have chosen Brenda, but he'd clearly followed her and Devin to the restaurant.
You know, it's really none of your business how I spend my time. But please tell Chris hello for me. Bye, Brenda.
So thoughtful of you to book a celebratory lunch for me here, Brenda. Seems like you're taking the divorce well. Maybe too well. You know she's barren, right? She can't have kids for shit.
Chris let Sabrina go, but he didn't want another man to have her.
Chris Taylor. And before you ask, yes, those Taylors.
I know exactly who you are.
Couldn't wait a full day after the hearing to get with another guy, huh?
Imagine that, waiting until the end of a marriage to put yourself on the market. What a novel idea.
Sabrina had turned confident seemingly overnight. It made Chris lust for her, and he hated it.
Excuse me.
Sabrina smiled and extended her hand to the handsome stranger.
2 dates in one afternoon? Guess you really need the validation.
Didn't I see you getting out of your car after watching them enter? Martin Dean, pleasure to meet you all.
Chris couldn't stand seeing Sabrina with these successful-looking men he didn't know.
She's like happy.
She's not getting the mansion. If it's the last thing I do.
So, tell me, Sabrina, what is it that your heart truly desires?
Sabrina wasn't used to reading guys, but Martin was definitely flirting.
Would you give me a moment to chat with Martin alone?
I could use the restroom anyway.
Don't be gone too long.
Bro, what are you doing?
What do you think I'm trying to do, Devin?
She just got divorced. Martin, she's not ready.
Look, Sabrina is a smart and capable woman. I'm sure she can make decisions of her own. All right? Thank you. I can tell she doesn't recognize me from our schoolyard days, so she will work with me. And if that leads to something romantic, then so be it.
Well, trust me, Martin, you want no part of that, okay? She is off the market. Look, she's pregnant with Chris's baby, and he doesn't even know it yet.
Well, I guess that changes things.
Talking about me, I presume?
I'm sure you're the topic of conversation all over today.
What makes you say that?
Well, Devin here has told me you've come into possession of the Taylor estate at 524 Manson. I can only imagine the sharks are circling.
Sharks?
Yeah, the moment a property of that value shifts ownership, it goes all over billionaire newsletters and society gossip forums. And this one specifically belonged to the Taylors.
Raymond Taylor had warned Sabrina of this. Vultures ready to swoop in. She wasn't giving in so easily.
Well, I intend to keep its operations under my purview.
You're smart. I can tell, Sabrina. So I know you understand how my input here can serve you in the long term.
Sabrina couldn't be sure if she could trust Martin just yet.
Well, I guess that depends on what you're proposing.
We grow the manor as a business and split the profits 50-50.
I just came into the largest asset of my life. I'm not about to give half of it over to a man I just met an hour ago.
Then we can do the first year pro bono. We can discuss profit splitting next year. But I can assure you, without me, you will not turn a profit.
It's a little cocky.
Do you like that?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna throw up.
Well, you may have yourself a deal. What would your plans for the property be?
Asking the important questions. That's good. But I think we should hold off on those questions until our next meeting, where it's just us.
I think that is about all the excitement I can handle today. Devin?
Wait, Sabrina, we've yet to schedule our next meeting.
I can get your number from Devin.
We do need to get to our father's house anyway. Family stuff.
Something told her there was more to learn about Martin, and maybe her brother too.
Hey, good job, man. Well done. Yeah, just let me know what else you need from me. Okay, because if it means making Chris Taylor pay, I'm in. Get the bill for us, will you?
Look who it is.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Danny Myers. I know her from...
Chris. I'm sure.
And who are you?
Just leaving, actually.
What was that all about?
Just protecting my baby sister. Speaking of which, are you ready to tell Dad that you're...
I'm pregnant. What? I'm not that far along. I haven't been to the doctor yet, but it is Chris's and he doesn't know yet.
Why doesn't he know?
Because he knocked up Brenda.
Your ex-best friend who's only interested in his money?
Lizzie, her sister, knew more about Brenda than most, but even she didn't know how low Brenda had gone.
Brenda, here's a check. Just take it.
Promise, you'll never see me again.
Chris still didn't know Brenda had betrayed him for money. Sabrina hated that, but it wasn't her job to protect him anymore.
Brina. Hey, Brina. Are you okay? Chris wanted Brenda to live with us, and I wouldn't hear of it. So. Come on. Let's have it. I was stupid to marry him, I know.
I'm just proud of you for leaving. You show strength.
As a multi-million-dollar business owner, Sabrina's dad had been tough on her for all her life.
Wow. I haven't seen the three of you hug since Lizzie graduated years ago.
Come on, get in here, loser.
Sabrina's father wanted her to lead a division of his enterprises.
So, now that you're done with that louse, you ready for a job in the family business?
Throw in a place to stay. I'll consider it.
Actually, I have that covered for you.
Nice digs.
Chris had forced Sabrina to stay away from her family. Now being back in their lives, she had catching up to do.
I never thought I'd see the day.
Alright. Just because I slept on futons through my 20s doesn't mean I have bad taste. Hey, let's see your room.
I still can't believe you designed an entire room for me.
Chris had isolated Sabrina for so long, she'd forgotten what it was like to be cared for.
This is amazing.
Check out the closet.
Gucci, Prada. What's this one?
Lizzie designed that. And she curated most of the stuff in there, but I figured you need a few custom pieces too.
The whole gesture was more than Chris had ever done for her in their 3 years being married.
Well, I'm glad you like it. Oh, by the way, Dad called the family physician. She has a 10 a.m. for you tomorrow.
That's perfect.
A new chapter had begun, but questions remained. Would Sabrina tell Chris she was pregnant? What was she going to do with her new mansion? And who was Martin?
You're wearing that to the hospital.
What? Something wrong with it?
No, let's just hope the physician's assistant is not a heterosexual man.
Well, if he is, at least I know I'll be getting top-tier treatment.
Wait, Dev. We have to stop somewhere on the way.
You really had all that to say to Chris's grandmother?
Devin, I love her. Right, Chris isn't the only one who's affected by this divorce. And she's lonely.
I know. I'm sorry, it's just... God, I can't stand that Chris still holds that much weight in your life.
All in time, Dev.
To listen to the full audio series, install the Pocket FM app now.
Pocket FM. Download the app now.